question, friends. Lay aside your garments that are stained with sin, and be washed in the blood of the Lamb. Sing it, man. You hear Dawn over here singing it. In the soul-cleansing blood of the Lamb, are your garments spotless, are they white as snow? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Now Russell's going to lead us in a song in just a moment, right after we pray. You've listened well tonight, friend. I'm not through, but I'm going to stop here. You know, to be real honest, I never get through. I just have to stop. I don't say that with pride. I don't say that with a bit of pride. It's just a fact. Somebody said, "Why did you become a preacher?" I said, "Listen, I'll have you know, I didn't want to be a preacher. You know what I wanted to be? Was a doctor." One day, when I was 15, sitting by the girl I married to, sitting right here in this room, sitting on the back row. And I came forward and I said, more than anything in this world, I've got to do what God wants me to do. I saw her preach in the church where she was a member, where she'd grown up from childhood. She was Queen Regent in the GA. She rolled her eyes. She didn't want me to say that, but she was. I mean, she's one of those church girls, Danny. You know, if you wanted to go with her on Sunday, you had to go to church. My dad was in the Army as a chaplain overseas, and my mother, my brother, and I all attended the First Baptist Church of St. John's in St. Louis, Missouri, just about 5 minutes from the airport. You would hear the planes coming over, taking off and landing during the service. Sometimes it would be so loud, and a day when the weather was bad, the planes would be so low the pastor would stop preaching while the planes would fly over from Lambert Airport. I remember the day that God called me to preach. "15 years old, sitting on the back row. And before I hardly knew what was happening, all my dreams of being a doctor, driving a Cadillac and all that, you know, they all went out the window, Russ. You know, he's given me far more than I could ever expect. But I walked down the aisle that day and I said, "Pastor, God's calling me to preach." He put his arm around me. And what he said, "I'm not surprised." I said, "Oh boy, I am." I'd grown up as a pastor's son, and I knew what it was to walk down that aisle and say, "Lord, I surrender all." See, I understood that. I'd been in church even before I was born. I went to church, okay? And the girl I'm married to that's sitting here tonight was in the service that morning. And I remember thinking when I went home, I wonder, you know, if Doris is interested in marrying a preacher now. I really, you know, changed my whole mind. I was a junior in high school. I've never shared this here. But I'd skipped a grade. I really should have been a sophomore in high school. I want to tell you what God's done in my life. If I never live another week to share it again, I'm going to tell you this. If I wasn't totally surrendered to the Lord that day, when I walked down that aisle and took Pastor Shirley by the hand in the First Baptist Church of St. John's. Hear the airplanes flying from Lambert Field, taking off overhead. So close to the airport you could spit on it almost. Sometimes the preacher would stop preaching while those planes were taking off. Make so much noise. You just have to stop. It was on a morning like that I walked down the aisle and I said, Lord, whatever it takes, wherever it leads, whatever it costs, I'm going to follow you. Be what you want me to be. And at 86 years of age, is that right, Darren? 87? I'm sitting here tonight to tell you I've never been sorry I heeded God's call. In the words of an old song, I've never been sorry I gave him my all. My walk with the Master grows sweeter each day. I've never been sorry one step of the way. I've been discouraged. I've let the devil defeat me many times. More times than I'd like to talk about.